Y10&11, in this video you're going to be looking at deciduous woodlands. In particular, you're going to be looking at goods and services which are provided by the woodland. Now remember, goods are physical things, services are intangible. Intangible means they're not physical resources that you can touch. Now, if we start off with deciduous woodlands goods, the pictures here, they represent just some of the goods which we can extract and we can take from deciduous woodland environments. Now, a lot of them center around timber. Now, timber is incredibly important. So, for example, in 2014, the UK produced around 13 million tonnes of timber. A lot of that is mainly used in the construction industry. So, timber is an important building material and it's used to build homes, but it's also used for things like furniture making. And so it's a valuable resource which is taken from deciduous woodlands. Fuel is also very important, and the middle picture represents that. Now, air-dried fuel wood is used in the UK for lots of different purposes. So, for example, it can be used to create charcoal for barbecues. Recently, wood-burning stoves like the one you can see there in the image have become increasingly popular. So in 2015, 200,000 were sold in the UK, and there's been a real revival in wood as a fuel because of that. There's projections which suggest we might need around 2 million tonnes of wood per year in order to meet the demand. Now, another type of fuel is the idea of biomass. Now, some of our power stations in the UK, they're being converted to burn biomass. A lot of that biomass, so biomass is material which was recently living. So a lot of that biomass is wood pellets from deciduous and coniferous woodlands. Okay, so trees are being cut down and then the wood turned into wood pellets and then used to power stations. Finally, there's lots of non-timber forest products which we can extract. So some would be examples like forest moss, which is used by florists, edible fungi, and then the picture in the bottom right, that represents meat, such as venison, which can be taken out of the woodland. Finally, services. So services, these are the things, they're intangible, they're not physical resources that you can touch, but they're still vitally important. A lot of these center around the issue of recreation. So woodlands are very popular for lots of different recreation activities: cycling, horse riding, dog walking, and nature walks. Great example is your case study of the New Forest. Around 15 million people visit the New Forest every single year. The picture in the top right, that represents carbon capture. Deciduous woodlands are an incredibly important store of carbon, so they remove a huge amount of carbon from the atmosphere. It's thought that the UK's woodland captures around 1 million tonnes of carbon from the atmosphere each year. About half our forests are deciduous woodland. You can see some pictures towards the bottom. Woodlands also provide lots of health benefits. So a lot of the people who visit take part in activities like jogging, walking, cycling, dog walking, and therefore the people who visit them receive obvious health benefits. Go Ape is an example of how woodlands can be used for more organised activities. So Go Ape is where you can go on things like aerial tree treks, walkways, and zip wires. They've currently got around 30,000 users per year across its UK sites. But also you've got other activities like paintballing, which can take place in deciduous woodlands. And then finally, we've got conservation. Deciduous woodland areas, they often preserve very rare plant and animal species which are protected by UK law. Now, the New Forest is an important habitat for woodland birds. So 75% of the UK's Dartland warblers live there. Okay, so that's a Dartland warbler in the image. But other rare birds like nightjar and honey buzzards can locate there. So woodlands provide a service because they're a place where lots of rare plant and animal species are able to survive. Okay, make sure you know the difference between goods and services. This could be a nice 4-mark question where you need to explain a good or a service, or it might just be 4 marks on goods or 4 marks on services. Okay, so why are woodland areas important?